everybody, and welcome to my stream. I am Inquisitor Aura, and this is Taimei, or Tainu, actually, as she is known on live servers. This is my alliance. As you can see, Stormwind City, I decided to just come up here someplace quiet so that I could talk to you. My alliance Pandaren Restoration / Elemental Shaman, and I am going to be talking to you right now about the changes to the Restoration Shaman. Now, I just got part of the way through Blackrock Slag Mines, the instance, before my group basically fell apart, and that's fine. And I wanted to actually take a look at, having gotten a little bit of healery goodness going on, I wanted to actually take a look at some of the talents and the changes to the spells that we're going to be expecting. Okay, so we're going to go in here and into the talents first. Now, I'm not level 100, sad boo-hoo, but the level 100 PvE server is, like, gone. So, what have you. I'm just going to go through the talents that I'm using. These are the talents that I'm the most familiar with. These are the talents that I think are probably going to be, like, the top slots for Restoration Shaman when Warlords of Draenor drops finally in November. Please, God, make that date come faster. Anyways, so your first tier is what I have is Stone Bulwark Totem. Now, honestly, you can pick between any of these. I know a lot of people take Astral Shift, but I like Stone Bulwark Totem because I can control it, and it lasts for quite a while. This is my go-to, my one raid cooldown, or my one defensive cooldown that, apparently I'm allowed to have. I'm not allowed to have more than one because I can't have shamanistic rage, even though I'm a shaman and I'm a healer, and therefore generally just kind of full of rage. So this is the one that I go with. This is the one that I'm the most comfortable with. This is the one that I use all the time. Now for your level 30, your second tier talents, really, honestly, I have found very little use for any of these. Earth Grab can be situationally useful. Windwalk can be situationally useful. Frozen Power, the only situations I could see this ever being useful for anybody are Elemental and Enhancement Shamans in PvP. So this is pretty much entirely up to you. I generally just go with Windwalk Totem just because I need something else to put down. Whatever. Your tier 3 talents. I like Totemic Persistence because it allows me to drop 2 water totems. Not that I do it often because, of course, Healing Street Totem, 30-second cooldown, lasts 15 seconds, and not that huge of a deal. Healing Tide Totem, 3-minute cooldown, lasts 10 seconds, does a crap load of healing. Okay, you can usually pair those up with Ascendance, which will spread all of that healing out. But I just like having the option of having the ability to put those 2 totems down at once. In case of massive damage, which from all of my understanding, Blizzard's going to deal away with a lot of that spike damage, but it's going to be a lot more of a consistent damage thing. Even so, until I've tried out a couple other things in different situations, Totemic Persistence is probably going to be the one I go with all the time. Your tier 4, these are all pretty good, but Ancestral Swiftness just... I tend to usually go with the passives, but this Echo of the Elements has a chance to cause your next Riptide or Unleash Life or Purify Spirit to knock its cooldown, and I don't know what that internal chance is. I want to say it's probably... in live, this is a flat, like, 33% chance, and this is almost a must-have for the Elemental Shaman. But for the Resto Shaman, it could be worth it. I'm not saying it's not, I'm saying it could be. I haven't really played around with it. Ancestral Swiftness is what I had before, and I just haven't bothered to change it yet, because Haste, Resto Shaman are Haste and crit monsters. And now, with the changes to Mastery, we'll actually find some use out of that, too. This is my oh shit button here. This is This is nature swiftness and healing touch for the druids. Ancestral swiftness and healing surge. 1.18 second cast, or you can put it on your healing wave. Speed up that big heal. I like it, but I do plan on playing with Echo of the Elements at some point in time. I'm just not sure when, but I will let you guys know. Now, for the 75 talents, I actually switched this. I actively went in and switched this. I switched it to conductivity for one reason and one reason only. Chain heal. Okay. In live right now, conductivity is if you cast like healing surge and greater healing wave or not even maybe those and lightning bolt, it will increase the duration of your healing rain up to like 20 seconds. I'm not actually sure because I don't use this talent on live. But for this is going to be worth it. And this is going to be worth it because of the level 100 talent, which I will get into in a little bit. Now, before I was using Rushing Streams. And Rushing Streams I still think is still going to be very strong. 50% to heals 2 targets for 15% additional healing. I'm not saying most of your heals probably aren't going to be coming from healing stream totem anymore, but you're still going to be getting a lot out of your healing stream totem. So this might actually be worth it. Ancestral guidance. This is great for people who aren't Resto. This is what I have on Ty as her elemental spec because I can hit that, go Ascension, Lava Beam, do massive amounts of burst damage, and then have that 20% of that damage, which is fairly significant, spread out as healing. It's good for those healing intensive areas where, lots of AoE damage is going out, and it could be a help. But this is the one right here. I can tell you right now, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be this talent for Resto Shaman. Your level 90 talent, I stick with Unleashed Fury because honestly, I can't justify Primal Elementalist or Elemental Blast because it literally requires me to stop healing to do damage, and that's just not kind of how I play a healer. And we're gonna go ahead and dance for you too, just because. So, Unleash Fury. Now, level 100 talent. You have the 3. You have the Cloudburst Totem, which is basically like a toned down exploding mushroom that the druids used to have, which they no longer have. They've removed that from the game. You have your Storm Elemental Totem, which does damage and does 100% of that as healing that is spread out through the nearby party members and lasts a minute. Okay, but this is it. This and Conductivity. High Tide, your chain heal bounces up to 2 additional targets affected by your Riptide and no longer diminishes in power. This is it, guys. This is it for Resto Shaman. High Tide and Conductivity, and we are going to be right back to where we started. We are going to be that phenomenal AoE healer again, and that makes me very, very happy. Now, that being said, Druids are actually looking very strong this expansion as well, but any class played right is going to excel, and I think a combination of High Tide and Conductivity are going to be it. Now, as for our stats are actually, and I'm just going to fly around Stormwind a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this quest started so I can get my garrison, because I just ported this character in because of the beta reset, and I haven't been on here in a couple of days. With the changes to the damage, Blizzard said they were definitely going for a lot less, oh my god, massive heals on the tank damage, or oh my god, holy crap, all the raids taking so much damn damage, it's almost impossible to heal through. They said they were getting away from that, which is fine. Go ahead and switch my spec real quick. They're saying that the idea for healers right now is going to be that we should be not concentrating on keeping people at 100% health. this plays well into our mastery. Now, our mastery is called deep healing, as any of you who play a restoration shaman know. And it involves actually it makes our heals better the less health that the target has on them. And for live, that's pretty much our dump stat. That's our garbage stat. We don't want it. We reforge out of that as quickly as we possibly can. With the damages, the changing in overall damage that's coming, it's actually going to make our mastery I'm not going to say somewhat viable. It's going to make it better than it is now. And it has the potential of making it great. Because the idea is that people aren't supposed to be at 100% health all the time. And the farther down in health they are, the better your heal is going to be. So I'm foreseeing that keeping people at somewhere between 50 and 75% health is going to be how Resto Shaman's top charts. Because that's going to be maximizing on all of our spells. It's going to be maximizing our AoE spells. It's going to be maximizing on our single target spells. It's going to be making it so that those heals are just better. And people are going to want that in their kit. They're going to want that in their raids, because that's going to make the Resto Shaman not only an overall powerful just AoE healer, but it's going to make them a great emergency band-aid too. Because you see that tank getting down to like 40% health, and you're going to run in and you're going to pop your Unleashed Life, you're going to Healing Wave or Healing Surge, whichever one you think you have the mana for or you think you have the time for, and their health is going to skyrocket. And it is going to be amazing. And you can do that with anyone. You're going to be able to do that with your chain heal. With your chain heal, with your conductivity, with your healing rain, it's just going to increase all of your healing. But you have to remember to keep that heal. You got to remember to keep those people at less than full health. I would say something to go for is definitely somewhere maybe around 50 to 60% health. I think that is where our heals are going to be maximized. Now, I'm not a theory crafter. I don't do that. I just don't have the brain for it, and honestly, there are people out there who do better than me. I mean, you go to Elitist Jerks, and you go to Icy Veins, and, you can see all of this stuff for yourself. But that's my prediction, and I like that word. I like making predictions about the Restoration Shaman, because I'm very passionate about playing this class. I love it. Because Shamans bring so much. Whoa, where did that go? Shamans are very much, they're just a very strong class overall. Oh. I'm bugging out. What's going on here? I can't touch it! I can touch it. Wow, that was weird. Terrangor. For those of you who don't know, that becomes Terran Fiend, and they improved on his model, and they gave him that awesome transmog armor, which if you're a Warlock, and you're playing live right now, and you're not doing challenge modes to get that, you should be ashamed of yourself. That being said, I'm not doing challenge modes either, so shame on me, I guess? But I'm seeing Restoration Shamans are going to be one of the... If we're not the number one, we're going to be fighting with people for number 2. Resto Shamans are going to be very strong this expansion, because we're going to be able to finally make use of all of our secondary stats. Ugh, I have to play the dancey game here again. We need to back out, run back in. Maybe I should RP walk in here. Let's do that. Let's see if that actually makes it work. Holy... damn it. Guess not. Oh, this is epic. I can't actually touch it. I don't know what's going on here? Ah, it's gone. There it is. And it's gone. And there it is. And it's gone. And there it is. Come on. I'm like tiptoeing towards it. I have to like run through it. I'm gonna turn my RP walk off. It's like, and there. Haha! I face the opposite direction and I get it. Really, I love beta. It's so much fun. I probably should have had this quest done before I started streaming, but that's okay. We're just going to build the garrison so that I can actually, you know, have a fast place from which to teleport into beta instances, because apparently that's where they're putting it all. And I didn't know that when I ported this over, and I was like, I'm just going to port this over, and I'm going to... And this is another feature that I'm really, honestly, truly enjoying. I'm not talking about Resto Shaman specifically anymore. Now I'm just talking about Shaman in general. It's the fact that this all goes, and I have one set of gear. I don't need two anymore. I'm so happy. Even though your minor items, your trinkets, your rings, your cloak, your weapons, and stuff like that, those are going to need to be switched between your two specs, because those are going to be, well, for me, for my healer and my DPS off spec, those are going to need to be changed, and that's fine. I can deal with having like 3 or 4 slots of extra stuff that I can just switch out if I need it. I can't deal with having the entire, you know, extra bag full of just stuff. Put that on. Yeah, there we go. It's having the entire extra bag of stuff. It's just pointless. I thought it was pointless for a long time. They and he's not actually in there in the cinematic. Oh, where'd he go? Alright. Oh, we're gonna have the same problems in here, huh? I'm just gonna have to turn around, face all this stuff. There we go. We're gonna just pretend like the ghosts aren't even here. Oh, they changed these. The different marks. These used to be... Oh, look at that, they're still not complete either. These used to be, like, the rune of, like, entrapment, prison-y sounding things. But now it's better. Go up here. And we're gonna run into the invisible wall. We're gonna... not find the stasis rune. Because things are bugged out. Okay, this is super bugged out. Thank you for watching, if you did watch. If you're going to watch this on YouTube later, that's fine. I will be streaming more of this. I will try to keep myself talking, but I can't promise that I'll be able to do 2 things at once, but I promise I will at least try to get better. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time.